Ouch. I didn't understand the assignment, even though I played this game, and I should have figured out by now that the combat is puzzle based. Was whatever. That's an object that I never use. I mean, it's a treasure chest. Go after it. I mean, like, come on. It's whatever. Welcome to part 29 of the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword playthrough. So I should have stated this at the beginning of last episode, but I kind of forgot because we're in the middle of filler right now, and I don't necessarily care about what's going on right now. Besides the point, this, as of right now, part 28, 29, whatever, the first 3 episodes of the Skyward Sword playthrough are airing now on YouTube. So I just want to put that into perspective, both for us and for audience perspective. So yeah, we're still doing the voiceover recordings of the game while the game is currently being uploaded onto YouTube.
That's how long this is.
That's how long this game is, yes. But you know, I just want to put that into perspective to see how far ahead we do these recordings for the channel. Because for like a lot of the early parts of the channel, the more earlier playthroughs, those were roughly 6 months in advance.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of the early playthroughs, yeah, we planned those a bit too far ahead.
A little bit. I still think, you know, for the kind of content that we do on the channel, it's a healthy amount. I at least wanted, ouch. I at least wanted a healthy amount of backlog for us beginning the channel. And so I feel like we did that just fine. It's still a little bit ahead of schedule, you know that, but that was kind of the point. I maybe overdone it is probably the point, or that a lot of us had, at least. So then now we do it, we only record on the weekends, and that's basically how we do it. And if we need to cancel, we cancel it, and that basically will just, you know, it'll follow the next week and the next week. And I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later, just because of how we're doing it now with the weekend only sessions. I knew that YouTube uploads and voiceover recordings of the same game were going to overlap. I just hope that, you know, we don't when it comes time for a specific part to upload, we don't have it yet. I don't want it to come to that, you know. But if it has to, then I guess whatever, because, you know, not all projects are made equally, and not all hosts are available every 24/7. Alien Isolation. I hope you guys are enjoying our Alien Isolation playthrough. I really do. I genuinely mean that. Just know that it might not be finished by the time the specific part comes out. Oh man. But yeah, it's currently part 29, and parts 1 through 3 are out. So yeah, and also, like, by the time we finally finish the entire 51 part playthrough of this game, that's gonna that's gonna pad out the year by a lot.
Yeah,
because we upload the games like every other day. And so, with one game taking roughly 6 months to complete, or like to, you know, air, that's gonna mean we'll have a healthy backlog for a good long while. And if everything goes according to plan, we'll have Alien Isolation done. Oh man, what a game! But yeah, I don't mean to harp on Skyward Sword being a mid-experience overall, but when it comes down to when the playthrough is finally done, I'm going to be happy because we're finally done with the game and we can move on to other stuff. Because that's basically how that goes. So yay, whoop-de-doo, thank you for subscribing to the channel. like and hit that notification bell. Did I do that right?
Close enough.
Close enough. I don't know. We're supposed to do it in some specific order or whatever. I don't really know.
I just it just kind of reminded me as I saw it, like it was I can't remember if it was like a short, if it was like a part of a longer video, but it was something with like when they were talking with MatPat of like game theory and stuff like that. And it was something about like the YouTube statistics, because like a lot of people will be like, oh, like, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe or something like that, whatever. And he said something about like how if you it's better to actually only ask for like one or two, because if you list a bunch of stuff for like people to do, they're just not going to do any of them.
Oh, so just like keep the task short and simple.
Pretty much, yeah. It's been a little bit since I saw the thing, but yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. Yeah, if you ask, like for YouTube videos, if you ask them to do like 3 or 4 different things, they're just not gonna do any of them.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like on a semi-serious note, asking for like all the likes, comment, subscribe, whatever, donate to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of viewers are gonna turn out and be rather disincentivized to do that. So yeah, I've never donated to a YouTuber's Patreon ever, like at all. and talk about, all the YouTubers that like to do all the Patreon shoutouts at the end of the video.
Yeah.
It usually takes about 5 minutes or so to get.
Yeah. So some people have like a bunch of Patreons that are like supporting them and stuff like that, and so like the last like several minutes is just like listing all the people.
Yeah. So like, man, that's a lot.
Yeah, although I have seen some people like they'll only mention like the really high tier ones, like the ones who are supporting like a lot more money than the standard ones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they'll just have the standard ones as like a list scrolling by maybe or something.
That's still a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because some call me Johnny, who I've been subscribed to for forever, it feels like. Just started doing the Patreon shoutouts at the end of his videos, and
Oh really?
yeah, he was not expecting it. Like, I guess he underestimated his own fan base, I assume. So like, he didn't expect so many people to donate to the shout out mention thing at the thing. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna do half at the beginning, half at the end. How's that sound? Yeah. So he was very unprepared for that. The first one he did was his Mega Man Zero review. So yeah, he did the whole series in one video, like 1 through 4, like that. Oh wow, what's that?
Must have been the wind.
Sandship deniers be like, must have been the wind. But yeah, now that we have the ability to find them or whatever, yeah. So this entire time the sandship has just been sailing out at sea. That's the story context. You can't actually find it before you do all the other shenanigans.
I was actually gonna ask about that, if it was possible to find like just like the first time you're here.
You think you can circumvent events in Skyward Sword? Please. I would love to talk to someone who can find ways to circumvent events in Skyward Sword. Oh, that would make this game so much better. Yeah, because that's the thing with at least the 3D Zelda games. They're linear to a T. Yeah, unlike the 2D ones, or at least most of the 2D ones, because you can do, with certain limits, you can do any dungeon out of order. And so that has somewhat of a replay value. Like, and it's also since the games are shorter. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can find, it's probably easier for some people to just plug in and play A Link to the Past over Ocarina of Time, just because, well, the game's shorter and you can do any dungeon out of order. But
next day.
Oh, a recording session, fun. But with Ocarina of Time, you're always gonna be going from the first dungeon to dungeon 2, dungeon 3, dungeon 4, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That's basically the formula.
Unless you're playing like a randomizer or something.
yeah, that's only for the true hardcore gamer. And,
yeah.
No, a majority of the people that just play video games generally, don't necessarily care about any of the modding stuff. You know why? Because they don't have PCs that can run that stuff. They probably don't have PCs. They're playing on consoles.
That's pretty true.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I drew a botched Pac-Man. That's what that was.
Oh, that was. I thought it was a bird.
I don't know what I was drawing, but yeah, I think we sometimes forget that a lot of the video game market is made up of casual gamers. They don't necessarily like delve deep into a franchise or like want to explore or waste a bunch of money buying a whole different bunch of consoles to play certain games, because they most likely don't understand the console market. They probably still think the PS2 is the hip hot new thing,
I just remembered I saw something the other day that was talking about like I said, a lot of games, especially now, are more to like casual players and stuff like that. And I saw some that was talking about like the puzzles you'd see in like modern games compared to like the old like Nintendo 64 kinds of games and stuff like that. So, because I think it was like Horizon or some kind of, maybe it was like the God or some, I can't remember what game it was, but there was like, oh, what will I ever do with this, to solve this puzzle with the item I need, something like that. And then like the other part of the video is showing like the fucking water temple from Ocarina of Time and how complicated it is.
Okay, no, I haven't seen the video, so maybe I get a better understanding. But the water temple is not a good example of that. I'm sorry. No matter what day and age you play that in, whether it's today or back in '98, that is bad design whatsoever. That is not a good example. I am sorry.
I'll see if I can find the video again and send it to you later.
Okay, but like, I think I understand like the general like sentiment behind it.
Yeah, like puzzles in general are definitely a lot easier compared to back then, because like you kind of said, a lot of stuff isn't really made for these hardcore gamers who are ready for like any kind of scenario.
Right, yeah. Like every, I want to say every game kind of has its place with specific audiences. And if you happen, if you're a casual who just happens to beat Dark Souls, then good for you. I don't know how that's possible, but stuff like Dark Souls and all the rest, it's probably not a good comparison to bring up Dark Souls. But I'm just saying, for like games that are hardcore and meant to be a gamer's game, like they have their set audience in mind. Whereas casual games, like, I guess this. I'm trying to think of like good examples, and to see, this is the problem with trying to think of the examples like this, because every franchise is different, and every franchise has its like defining factors and what makes it their own identity, and so like it's hard. Although I will say, how about this puzzle specifically? It might take a while for the casual gamer to actually understand this one.
Yeah, this one does look a little different.
Oh, yeah, let's take this one for example. This one's kind of challenging. So it doesn't you have to figure out the order in which to strike the gemstone, like so, and try to figure out which like, you know, the wheels on the side of the door are your indicators of like what's north and south of the wheel, and basically try to figure out the gemstones, which ones you need to strike in the specific order. That one's actually a fairly complicated puzzle. So the casual gamer might not get that their first time. I know, I certainly.
That one might take a little bit.
Yeah. So that right there, good puzzle. Good puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the sand ship just generally. This is Dungeon 5, by the way. Welcome. Good. Well, we're actually in a good part of the game. Okay, time to get interested. The sand ship is a little more complicated than your other dungeons. So this one is actually fun. This is also another one of those dungeons where people like. This is also debatably the best dungeon in the game. Like, it's this one and Dungeon 4, the one we're at previously, are always cited as like top tier dungeons in Zelda just generally. I mean, come on, you're on a pirate ship, and it's full of sand. I mean, that's kind of neat, yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a good dungeon, and you'll be traveling up and down and all around. Like right here, we're about to enter, like, you know, the very tip. I don't know the actual boat vocabulary, or like I know of it. I just don't remember what was what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember poop deck.
I believe that's like the top part. I don't know. I remember. I swear there's some game I was just playing recently that made it like a big deal to learn like the vocab of like boat shit, like the boat sides or whatever. Yeah. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It wasn't a pirate game, I think. It was, although I have been playing Crash Bandicoot 4, that does have some pirate motifs in there.
See if Thieves looking a little different lately.
Oh man, Skull and Bones. I can't wait for that to. I can't wait to play that. It's been out for like what, 6 years now, right? Right? Oh. So, wait a minute. When it said Skull and Bones was coming out 2017. That means it comes out in 2017, right? Oh, you say it's 2023 and the game's still not out yet? Oh no. Oh, it just got canceled again? Oh no.
Is that actually game was supposed to come out way earlier?
That game was like, I think it was revealed at E3 2017, and it was slated for that year. It's still not out. Poor Ubisoft.
Man, and we thought Sega was bad.
I honestly, I don't know what the deal with that game is. It's been canceled like 7 times, or like delayed rather, I should say. It hasn't been outright canceled, but it's just been delayed like 7 times, and the game is still not out yet. And also, there's been a hardware shift, so that might, you know, delay it some more. Poor Skull and Bones. The game looks fun. Can I play it now? No, I can't. Maybe you'll see E3 this year. You never know. And since the game is a Ubisoft game, it'll actually be presented at E3. Oh man. Oh wow, we finally got the bow and arrow. It's the last dungeon item you get. Yeah, and with Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft not being at E3 this year, it's kind of wild. I don't know what that means in the bigger picture. I mean, they say they're gonna have their own little like direct state of plays, what have you, around that same time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just rumored as of right now. But
I mean, I'm kind of hoping at least Nintendo will probably have something around that time.
yeah,
If they're not doing E3.
yeah, because in my mind before I heard the news that the big three weren't going to be E3, I was kind of wanting to do like how we watch the Game Awards. We'll just watch it like that with a whole bunch of people and just make fun of the entire thing.
Yeah.
But now that the three that I don't, now that the three that I actually care about won't be there, I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, I know. It's like none of the big like companies aren't going to be at E3. Like, is there still a point in watching E3 now?
Yeah, and usually in past years, all the multi-console stuff were shown at the conferences. The Nintendo, Microsoft, whatever, were at the conferences. Like, you didn't need to tune into Ubisoft's thing because Just Dance already got presented at Microsoft's conference. So, like, since Xbox doesn't have any exclusives, you've already watched all the other E3 presentations there at the Xbox conference. So there's no need to tune into Ubisoft or EA. Nobody tunes into EA anyways. Yeah, it's
They're just going to announce the 27th soccer game for a row.
They always have to have some freaking like long ass panel about the next soccer game, the next football game. Yay. Did you know you could press this button to throw the ball? Whoa, you've never done that before.
Yeah.